two hard-hitting blue-collar franchises, one of the better rivalries going. The Ravens and Steelers are underway. Oh, a good-looking return set up here. And he takes it all the way across the 40 before going out of bounds. Number 8, Lamar Jackson, trotting onto the field at quarterback, ready to lead this Ravens offense.
And he remains the league's premier rushing threat and one of the biggest playmakers among quarterbacks. His goal each and every season, continue to expand his game as a passer and become well-rounded. All those highlight reel plays you see, they come off the fact that he can run it, throw it, and scares defenses every time he takes a snap.
Oh, the first play of the game going to be intercepted. Picked up by Minka Fitzpatrick. And the Steelers will have solid field position here as they take over at their 45-yard line. Not something you see very often from a quarterback of his caliber, an opening drive interception.
Oh, there's no doubt in my mind that even he's surprised at how that one played out. But we know this guy. It's not going to stop him from continuing to fire as this game goes along. Probably give a little nod of respect across the field for that one and let him know he'll be back the very next series.
So the Steelers offense getting set for their first drive. They'll be led out by their 5'11 quarterback from Wisconsin by way of NC State, and that's Russell Wilson.
And what he's thinking about right now is first down, let's find a way to make a big play. Because when you get a sudden change situation and that defense has to rush onto the field unexpectedly, you might catch them having a defensive breakdown or not quite prepared.
And it was really sudden after the first play picked off.
And some solid footwork there as he'll take this down to about the 38.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Here's Wilson. The midfield stripe. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go.
Got his man. It's Warren.
And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down. Went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. And the Raven pressure too much. Down he goes.
The veteran Kyle Van Noy in there to drop him. Anytime you sack Russell Wilson, that's a win for the defense. But to get him here on his opening drive of the ballgame, that's a really big win for that defense.
And the goal every week, keep him in the pocket. Don't let him get to the perimeter because when he's in the open field, not only can he hurt you, but also you lose sight of receivers downfield, and they'll hurt you with big plays.
On is the punter, Johnston now, as he sends this one away.
And a little too much mustard on that one. It hits a couple yards into the end zone. A missed opportunity there maybe to pin them back. Baltimore set to take over here for their 2nd possession of the game.
Remember last time out they threw the interception on their first drive. Good news, their defense backed him up, so it's still 0-0 here as they begin their 2nd possession.
Yeah, and one great way to judge a defense, how do they handle what we call sudden change? When all of a sudden, you know, it goes against their offense and they have to run out in the field and try and put out the fire. Give this one great kudos for getting out there and not letting that interception lead to points. Excellent job by them defensively.
He's got Derrick Henry again, back-to-back catches.
And they finally get him, but not before he reaches the 33-yard line. And that one was relatively easy to see. I noticed that from up here.
Yeah, it doesn't take a whole lot, does it? Sometimes you get multiples. What I always love on these offsides is when each side points at the other. Hey, you did it. No, you did it. They deciphered that one correctly.
Now he's loose at the 40. Inside the 20.
And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown.
It's a scintillating run by Lamar Jackson. And the Ravens will jump on top with the game's first score here this afternoon. Jackson's going to keep it.
And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line.
I have to admit, I love the excitement of the two-point try. You know, to see what's going to happen, and it happens pretty quickly, doesn't it? You get an answer, and in this case, it was unsuccessful for the guys trying it.
Completely unrelated. I just realized that I stole both of your pins in this last My bad, partner.
Hey, that's okay. Well, and just in the time they went for two.
So good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. To the 43, 2nd down.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Now run straight ahead with Warren. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at 2nd down. Now it's Wilson. Forced out to his left. And he'll take this beyond the line of scrimmage as he slides to a hole. They'll come up now 3rd and 3. Now Wilson. And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And it goes down. On 4th down, out is the punter, Cameron Johnston, to boot it away. And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. And this one's out of bounds. Should be inside the 10, I think it is. At the 6-yard line. The Ravens offense and Lamar Jackson set to take over once again. And this defense has got to be searching for answers right now. It's been his ability to make plays on the ground here in this first half that's really giving him fits. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3. In motion, Aguilar. From the gun, Jackson. And this is into the hands of Andrews downfield. Mark Andrews. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Mark Andrews, 87 yards. And the Ravens are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. And his kick is no good. It's an early miss. We'll see if that has any ramifications later here as the afternoon wears on. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. And they're going to mark that where it went out of bounds. So really good starting field position up past the 40-yard line. Well, not one you see often there as he fails to keep it between the sidelines, and that is a penalty every time, and going to give this offense better field position.
And it's every kickoff guy's nightmare, isn't it? Because you don't see yourself doing this, and most of the time you don't. It's absolutely a mishit, and now your team pays the price. Bad field position for your defense.
Now a 1st down carry for Harris. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. In on the stop, the former Georgia Bulldog, Roquan Smith. 2nd and 10.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough in run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Play action. It's Wilson. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down. Here's Wilson. Being chased out left. The rushing numbers for Wilson, maybe down from earlier in his career, but he's still a threat to go, showing it there, picking up the first down. Now a give, running left is Harris. And he'll get this down only to the 18. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. Now it's Wilson. He gets it complete to Harris. 2 yards on the pickup there. And now 3rd down and 6 to go.
They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains.
Wilson. Dancing to his left. Opted to run for it. The decision a good one. Picking up the first, getting 14 yards on the scramble. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Throwing is Wilson. And caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers.
Pat Freiermuth.
A 2-yard touchdown grab.
And the Steelers have got it back to within a score.
The PAT good. It would draw him closer, but hold on just a second. A flag is down on the field.
Personal foul. Roughing the kicker.
Uh-oh, flag comes out here. This is going to be roughing the kicker.
When you're going back there on the kick block, you've got to go to the right point. That didn't happen. Ran into the kicker. The penalty flag had to come out.
And no run back forthcoming, so this will come out to the 30.
Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 right at the 30. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And this is going to be hauled in by the tight end Andrews. A big one there for the Ravens. It goes for 18. We are in for a good one as we're through one on EA Sports. Second quarter now from Baltimore. It's the Ravens in possession as they've got it with a 1st and 10. They'll send the big tight end in motion right. Here's Jackson.
And this one incomplete. Threw it down at the feet of his receiver. Now a 2nd and 10.
Now Jackson. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
That incompletion certainly makes this upcoming 3rd down a little bit more crucial. They need to find the right play to convert here and maybe start to tamp down a little bit of momentum the other side.
But he could not hang on. Oh, pick there certainly would have been nice. Instead, at least it'll be 4th down.
They'll indeed go for it with Jackson.
And looking for Andrews, but this is intercepted.
Picked up by Micah Fitzpatrick.
And the Steelers will take over here as they get it up to the 43-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive.
They'll start in excellent field position following the INT.
Pressure comes, and Wilson's going to go down.
Trenton Simpson, well, he just flew in there to drop it.
They come up on 2nd and long, and the pass protection just has not been there this afternoon. To throw is Wilson. And that's caught inside the 35. And he finally goes down at the 23-yard line. So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Harris running straight ahead. And he'll fight forward on the straight ahead running for just a couple of yards. 2nd down. They'll keep it on the ground. Harris again. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. The offense on 3rd down, they've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 11. Wilson. And he's going to lose a yard or two. Taken down behind the line. So on 4th down, the Steelers call on the number of Chris Boswell for the field goal try. Right hash mark, a 42-yard attempt. Boswell's kick is good, and that will cut the lead down to just 2.
Well, still some climbing left to do to get back to even, but forcing a turnover and getting the field goal there, that's a small step toward erasing the early deficit.
Absolutely. That interception field goal, that's the beginning of what they hope will be several steps towards erasing that deficit and building a lead of their own by the time this game is over.
Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32. Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at about the 32. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw.
That's going deep for Bateman.
And this is caught inside the 5. It's a big play there for Baltimore. 66 yards. After the big play, a chance to finish now on 1st and goal. To throw is Jackson. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. Lamar Jackson, a 3-yard touchdown run. And they are able to add on to their advantage. Tucker now to add the point after. And again, it's no good. A few boo birds coming out as he's missed his 2nd extra point here in the first half. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. And trouble there on the kickoff as that goes out of bounds.
Free kick out of bounds.
So now the possession will begin at the 35 after the errant kickoff.
Well, that's certainly one way to avoid a dangerous kick returner, I suppose, but you are giving up extra yardage, that's for sure. Because if you put it out of the end zone, they start at the 25. So at a minimum, you're giving up 10 yards to the offense.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. Now Wilson.
He's got his tight end Freiermuth over the middle.
It'll go down as a gain of 6, and they're going to have a 3rd down. Here's Wilson to throw. Buying time, and he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Michael Pierce, in all of his 340-pound glory, gets the sack. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. Here's Hardy set to return. And just shutting him off there.
54 yards on the punt there, 15 on the return.
And the Ravens, they'll take over.
Baltimore about ready to go on offense. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
Such a tough position to defend near the line, even when you add a second defender, but the big man shrugged off the extra body and made the play call a success.
From the 29, here's 2nd and 3.
Jackson now.
A quick throw there is incomplete.
They certainly thought he had an open look beyond the first down marker to his receiver, but they just couldn't connect, and that will send them back to the drawing board.
They'll motion the tight end across the formation. From the gun on 3rd down, Jackson. Well, this is taken in. It's complete.
Down the left sideline.
And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown.
Rashad Bateman,
71 yards.
and the Ravens have taken a 2-touchdown lead now.
And can you believe it? He misses another one, his 3rd so far. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. And a good return, but he pays the price at the end of it as he's picked up and thrown down.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Throwing to start the drive. Wilson. Flush to his right. Opted to run for it. The decision a good one. Picking up the first, getting 14 yards on the scramble.
A run with Harris out of the shotgun. And things tough on him as they stop him for no gain. Here's 2nd and 10.
From the shotgun, Wilson.
That's caught downfield by Pickens. Yeah, he will go out right near the 35-yard line. First catch so far by Pickens. It's good for a 1st down.
Well, these guys have definitely been outplayed in the first half. I like their countenance. I like the way that they haven't panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They're starting to move the ball, and what you have to do, maintain your poise and start to put together some drives.
They hand this off to Harris, and he'll be taken down after a short gain as that takes us to the 2-minute warning.
Brought down on the play by Trenton Simpson. From the 34-yard line, here's a 2nd and 9.
Looking to throw. Wilson. It's brought in by Harris. And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. They'll wind up getting just a yard. And 3rd and 8 now.
They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the 1st down.
Here's Wilson. Eluding the pressure right. A nifty bit of scrambling there. 12 yards, 1st down.
There he goes, and for good reason. Running with it has paid dividends earlier in this game and earlier on this drive. And until they prove they can stop him, I don't think he's going to be shy about continuing to run for 1st downs instead of airing it out.
And he'll protect himself at the end here as he winds up getting pretty decent yardage. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. He finds his man complete. It's Harris. And he is going to lose yardage here. An 8-play drive to this point. So here's play number 9 on 3rd and 7. And he's wrapped up. Taken down. Back to the 25. Pulling that play up. Roquan Smith as he gets the sack.
This offensive line flat out cannot handle this pass rush. We've seen it demonstrated time and time again to the tune of 7 sacks in this game thus far.
Boswell's kick is good, and that will do it for this first half. So we're at halftime here in the Inner Harbor with the hometown Ravens on top, as we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach!
We saw a terrific first half from the dual-threat quarterback, Lamar Jackson. He threw 2 touchdown passes, and he ran for 2 more. He did it all, as his guys were putting up points in bunches. This has certainly been a fun one to watch so far. We knew this was going to be a battle, but we have not been disappointed. This is the kind of game that could wind up hinging on which side can play mistake-free football the rest of the way.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The Steelers going to get the football first here, trailing on the scoreboard as we are back underway on EA Sports. Well, certainly not what they wanted out of the locker room here, as they'll start defensively at the 40-yard line.
Well, you don't see that often. He just mishit it, and it goes out of bounds.
Well, I know sitting up here, and I'm looking at you, and you're looking at me, and I know we're both thinking the same thing. Isn't it easy enough to keep it between the sidelines? Because unless you're intentionally doing it for some reason, well, that's a costly mishit, and now you put your team in a bad spot.
Adafe Owe there on the tackle.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
They go play action now. Wilson.
And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. But it looks like one of the DBs has it. And they are going to set up shop at the 32-yard line. Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at about the 32. And this nearly an interception, but it's incomplete. Well, a turnover really would have helped him there, but not to be. Here's 2nd and 10 now from about the 32. Now it's Jackson. Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete.
Well, he's smart enough to avoid the taunting rule, but I'll guarantee he quietly has told them, you might want to stop coming after me downfield because I just broke up another pass and took away a big shot that you were trying to succeed with.
And incomplete on the deep ball.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a 4th down. Well done.
They're going on 4th down. It's Jackson. That is caught.
Wrap up.
Still moving. Yeah, he's got this to the 30 before being taken down. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. That's complete. It's Zay Flowers with him. That'll go for a gain of 7, and that's going to bring up 2nd down. In motion, the tight end. To throw again is Jackson. That one into the hands of Flowers. They'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. Zay Flowers, a 24-yard touchdown, as his guys have opened up a very comfortable lead.
Partner, they had a good lead as they went in at the half, and they came out here in the second half and found a way to extend it. I love their consistency. Don't worry about what they said at halftime. This seemed like a team that was ready to play 60 minutes, and while this game is far from over, I love their approach.
Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. And a mistake, a surprising mistake there in the kicking game as he sends that one out of bounds. And they'll accept that penalty. So good field position for the Steelers as they come up 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. Now it's Wilson. Step. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Adafe Owe picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon. So now 20 yards to go on 2nd down after the sack. Work to be done. Now Wilson. Flushed out right. And he'll slide to a halt here. Still a little shy of the 1st down marker. He turned that into a nice gain. Gets him 8 yards closer for 3rd down. Here's Wilson. Forced out to his left. And he works his way past the line of scrimmage and then slides to a halt. The decision to tuck and run gets him 3, but that's not enough. Now it's 4th. Here's Cameron Johnston now as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. And problems spreading to the punt team now. This one goes all the way into the end zone on the fly, so that'll come back to the 20. Now the Baltimore offense heading back out onto the field. And as we look back at how we got here, you'll notice a common theme in these highlights. A lot of yardage through the air. The passing game has been sharp right from the outset. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Well, this offense, this team, they are rolling right now, Charles. They've scored on 3 straight possessions. You look at the scoreboard, and they pretty much right now got this thing on cruise control.
Yeah, and this is that time of game where you and I have to be prepared, right? Isn't this kind of like that empty the bucket time where you have to go into your blowout material and make sure we have some different things? That's what we're staring at right now, the way this one is going.
Here's Jackson to throw. He dumps it off for Henry. It'll go as a gain of 4, and it'll be second down.
That's a good job there by the corner. We do talk about this a lot, that a lot of corners see their job as simply covering receivers. Tackling isn't everyone's thing. But in this case, he came up quickly and made a nice, sure tackle.
And this is incomplete.
And that could have been the lifeline they needed. This is a play that could have been made. Instead, it's just going to fall incomplete.
Jackson. He finds Bateman over the middle. And he will have a Ravens first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. Again, Jackson. That is caught. Rashad Bateman. And he'll be touched down in the end, but a big play on that one. Now a chance to make that big play really hurt. It's first and goal just outside the 5. Now Jackson taps this forward jet sweep. And he's going to press this one forward as they stop it right around the 1. Second and goal from the 1. And he will force his way into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. It's a 1-yard touchdown run as his guys are able to push that lead out a bit further. And oh, it's wide right. No good. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. And able to get this out to the 25. Pittsburgh offense making their way back out. And they have had their problems moving the ball through the air as we take you through some of the action from earlier. This secondary has played about as well as you can. Many times. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
Now it's Wilson. Got his man, it's Warren. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
On the give, it's Warren. And he is going to lose yardage here. Not at all what they envisioned on third down. 3 yards in the wrong direction. Here's Cameron Johnston now. He's been terrific so far. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. On the return, Hardy. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. 34 yards on the return. But for a moment, looked like he had a shot to go all the way. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. In motion left, Flowers. Off the play fake, here's Jackson. This will go to Henry out wide. And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 47. 2nd and 11. Now Jackson. That's caught. It's Flowers. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down.
This offensive game plan has just been sensational. I mean, when you think about all the different ways they've gotten their receivers open so far, it's really been impressive. Scheme, design, execution.
And he'll be out of bounds as he gets this down about the 21 or 22. From the 21, here's 2nd down and 2. Aguilar in motion left. Throwing is Jackson. And And he rifles one incomplete.
I think it's pretty safe to say that when you're up 3 touchdowns, the last thing you want to do is hang one up there and put it in jeopardy and possibly get it intercepted. You got a nice lead. You should be able to protect it. But if you get careless with the football, look out.
And he will have a Ravens first down. It won't be by much. He needed 3, and he got 3, barely. But the mark shows first down. Play action. Now Jackson. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
That's a really nice job there by the coverage, understanding that they're in a high-stakes situation. If he doesn't make a play on that ball, there's an excellent chance it ends up either as a touchdown or as a nice gain downfield.
All right, a great read by the secondary. They come up to stop that touch pass before it can even get back to the line. Back now in Baltimore. A lot of happy faces in the crowd at this point as their guys have a big lead here to start quarter number 4. And this offense on 3rd down today, they've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 14. Jackson. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free, and it brings up 4th down.
It's now 4th down.
And this will kick off the crossbar and skip over. It's good. He didn't get that one cleanly at all, but he still gets it to go. And that will extend their lead even further. So that one pretty unorthodox. Not the longest field goal in the world for sure. He needed help from the crossbar just to get it over.
Yeah, I don't know what happened there. Is his footing off? His cleats got caught. He didn't get all of that one. From that distance, it shouldn't need the crossbar to get it over.
Yeah, the snap and hold looked clean. He looked clean. I don't know what happened. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Wilson. And he goes down. The Ravens able to get to him. Trenton Simpson able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon. Throwing is Wilson. And he's going to get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it as he gets wiped out on that one.
And this is a rarity in the NFL, a 100-yard game on the ground for a quarterback. Even as those passers get more athletic and mobile, we only see about 5 of these a season. It takes a special set of circumstances for it to happen, and, of course, a special player.
Now the pressure comes, and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9. Here's Cameron Johnston now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Take it at the 37. Wiggles free. Officially, that'll go as a 52-yard punt. Not too shabby. And out will come the offense as they take over. The former Minnesota Golden Gopher Rashad Bateman leading this offense back onto the field. And I think we both agreed he could have a really good game with this matchup, but over 200 yards now.
I don't think we saw it as that good. And I think what really makes it special is when games like this are occurring, it's not just getting locked in and in the zone and on a roll.
And he sheds a tackle. Now he's got some space. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. Derrick Henry, 59 yards. And the Ravens have sewn this one up as they add to their lead here in the 4th. Tucker able to connect on the extra point. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. See if they can put this drive in the end zone, Charles, because it's been a little bit of a rough go at times. They've had to punt the football a ton in this ball game because of stalled-out drives.
So are you saying that you're kind of tired of seeing the punter run out there and do his thing during this game? Is that what you're trying to say?
Well, I mean, I'm okay with it. I have a feeling that this offense, they don't want to see the punter again.
And frankly, the punter doesn't want to run out there anymore.
Wilson hit. It's loose. It's out. Fumble. And it's picked up by the Ravens. And first and goal is what it will be at the 6-yard line. Excellent field position. And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. 2 yards the gain on the keeper, and it's second down. Now they send a man in motion right. Now Jackson taps this forward jet sweep. Oh, and that is well read defensively. A great job of setting the edge, and that little touch pass is going to turn into a loss. It'll be a loss of 2, maybe 3 on the play, and that'll bring up a 3rd down and goal. Here's Jackson fighting to stay upright. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. Lamar Jackson, a 6-yard touchdown run. And the Ravens add 6 more to their point total, and they're on cruise control right now here in the 4th. Tucker with the extra point. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Now Wilson. That one tipped, and it's incomplete. But good hands there defensively, and it's second down.
I have a few questions about that throw because, to me, there just wasn't a lot there. I thought he tried to do a little bit too much, almost tried to will a receiver open when there was no chance he was going to be. Nice job by the linebacker being all over that one and knocking it away.
They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4. Here's Wilson to throw. Oh, had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going. Here's Cameron Johnston now as he's on to punt for Pittsburgh. And that hits at the 6 and carries into the end zone for a touchback. Here comes the Raven offense now, ready for another possession. This has really just been a lopsided affair. What a performance they put on, and now they get the football back here with a big lead in the 4th quarter. On the pass, we might be discussing dinner plans, talking about steak and sushi, whatever the case is, CD. This ball game is pretty much well in the books.
Yeah, we really could have started bringing up dinner a long time ago if we wanted to, partner. And I think a few of the guys out in the field already made.
Derrick Henry all alone inside the 20. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. Now Tucker to add the PAT. Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. The quick strike ability certainly intact there. 2 plays, 80 yards to score it. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape up past the 30. The Steelers offense now, they head back onto the field. Charles, a very uninspired effort. The last time we saw them out there was a quick 3-and-out, then they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
Able to make something out of nothing there. 17 yards and a first down. To throw is Wilson. Able to find a lot of empty space there, picking up the first down at a 21-yard gain. And that last run is going to set a new NFL record. Most rush yards in a single game by a quarterback, surpassing Justin Fields, who had 178 in 2022 in a ball game. And he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line. Now 2nd and 5. Now they'll throw it with Wilson. And he drops it incomplete, and their struggles continue here.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
And that will be incomplete as well.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
Well, in the grand scheme of things, those 3 points likely not going to matter much, but I guess they get a little closer, a little more respectability.
Yeah, you're exactly right. They've been outplayed all game long, but like my mom used to tell me all the time before I went out, dress up a little bit, son. Make yourself respectable. And that's what they're doing here. They're just dressing up the final score.
And he's able to get this all the way to the 40 before going out of bounds. The Ravens offense and Derrick Henry set to take over once more. And as we roll through some of the highlights, we see how crucial he's been to their success in this one. When he's in this type of a groove and his offensive linemen are creating running lanes for him, he can really put on a show, and he's done so here.
Any return that gets you to midfield is a great return. 1 first down, and you're almost in field goal position.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. Well, they don't really need the points here, Charles, given what we're looking at on the scoreboard, but they've scored on fighting through, and he's got space. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. 165 yards rushing for him now, and he's only carried the ball 4 times. They keep it with Henry on first down. And able to get this to the 31.
I like the call there because that was one to take time off the clock and get them closer to getting out of here with a W. In the mind of the play caller, all you want to hear is tick, tick, tick.
And shedding the tackle, and now some room. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. A solid run by Derrick Henry, and here's another 1st and 10. They'll try and run this one right up the gut. And he'll find his way down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. Again, it's Henry. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. Tucker now for the extra point. Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. 5 plays there on that drive. And Derrick Henry able to finish it off with a touchdown run. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And a nifty return there all the way across the 40. And the Steelers set to take the field. They are just obviously getting shellacked here in this one, Charles. What's the message if you're a coach for this final drive in a lopsided game like this?
For a lot of coaches, don't forget what has happened out here.
Yeah, use that as ammo.
Exactly. Take a great look at that scoreboard. Realize how poorly everything went for us today. Coaching, playing, the whole deal. And never forget it, because
you're not going to want that feeling again.
No, you don't want that feeling again. And who knows? You may meet up with this team again.
And that will be incomplete with a clock down now to 13 seconds. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Here's Wilson. And that'll be incomplete with just 6 seconds left on the clock. Here's Cameron Johnston now as he's on to punt for Pittsburgh. This is taken at the 18. Now they can't bring him down.
Well, fans usually love to see scoring, and there was no shortage of it today. What a dominant show